He does indeed have friends, and one of them is Mark Williams. And with 26 ranking titles to his name, the Welshman has already shown that he has the ability to do whatever it takes to become a champion. But the same can be said for Xiao Guodong, who after 17 years on the tour never gave up on his dream of winning a ranking event. And he was rewarded for his perseverance last month when lifting the Wuhan Open title. That newfound belief and resilience has dragged him right back into contention tonight, but Williams still leads by the smallest of margins. We're all set to get the final back underway in front of a full house here in Bolton, and watching the opening 4 frames in the commentary box are Alan McManus and David Hendon. But first, here's our MC, Tahir Hajat, to introduce the players.
Welcome back to Bolton snooker fans as Matchroom Multisport brings to you the final of the 2024 Grosvenor Casinos Champion of Champions. Well, here we go then, an enthralling first 9 frames this afternoon, all to play for. This trophy will be lifted tonight. Let's get our players back into the arena. Let's hear it for the Wuhan Open champion, Xiao Guodong. And his opponent, a 3-time champion of the world, the Welsh potting machine, Mark Williams.
And so it all ends here tonight. A memorable week, already a remarkable final. Mark Williams so close to a 6-0 lead. But it's 5-4 to him as we restart. First to 10 to become champion of champions.
Thank you, it's
been a fairy tale week for Xiao Guodong. Is it going to be Rocky 1 or Rocky 2 in terms of the result from tonight? It's set up perfectly, isn't it? Can't wait to see how it all unfolds. It wasn't just the turnaround in scoreline, it was the turnaround in overall performance for Xiao. He had to, of course, raise his game. He went from about a 2 to a, well, in the end, a 9 or 10. But, Alan, of course, this is where it's all decided. This is where the pressure will come on.
Yeah, this is it. This is big-time snooker, isn't it? And it's brilliant that Xiao Guodong got himself together just in the nick of time, just when you thought it was safe to assume that Willow was going to waltz his way to the title. Back he came. We shouldn't be all that surprised, should we, with the performance he's been putting together of late. What an evening this is going to be.
It is touching ball.
Packed house, very enthusiastic crowd here in Bolton. And as I say, I mean, it looked like it could be petering out, but it couldn't be set up better, really. Guaranteed a new winner, of course. I think if Xiao Guodong wins now, not just the players he's beaten, but how he's beaten them. 3-0 down to O'Sullivan, 3-0 down to Selby, had to beat Mark Allen, 5-0 down to Williams. If he wins it now, that will be one of the most remarkable title victories of anybody, ever. And of course for Williams it's about enhancing an already rock-solid legacy in the game. all-time great, still producing all-time great performances. His mistakes weren't punished, were they, early on? They were in the second half of the session. That was the difference. But he's got the experience to bring these big finals home. The family are here, as you can see in the balcony. His wife Joanne has sat through so many of these finals down the years. Win or lose, will be there till the end.
Yeah, that walk-on was really special for Xiao Guodong, wasn't it? His walk-on music, almost a carnival atmosphere, as he made his way down to the floor. And then the hush. So, two-cushion escape. Airing as they do on the thin side.
Mark Williams full. Yeah. Can we get that spot on, please, Tatiana?
A small point to make. I don't think he had a red full ball that he could play at. Certainly not the one on the right. I'm kind of in position for that. But
towards me.
That won't be the warning.
Yep. Yep.
If he was to miss for a second time.
Have a look, please. Mark, top.
Yeah, let's see. There is one possible, the red above and to the left of the black on the end of the line of four.
Yeah.
That might be on full ball. Let's just see. Marcel, as we know, will be all over that.
It's not really what you need from Xiao Guodong's perspective, first frame of the night.
Yeah, I think he does have a red full ball, actually. It's quite a tricky one to see because the end red of the four is obscured by other red or reds, so it's difficult to see the outside edge of it.
It's quarter of the ball towards you.
But it looks very much to me like the warning will be administered.
A bit more.
Yeah, and just to explain what we're saying, if that happens, then he has to hit it red, otherwise Williams will be awarded the frame. So this is quite dramatic so early in the final session. Let's hear what Marcel has to say.
Mark, Guodong. Yeah. Central full ball contact is available. If I have to call him this time, you're going to miss the frame.
Well, he's asking which one.
I can
Yeah, it is a rule.
If I take this red away,
Marcel is correct. The obscuring reds, i.e. two of them.
Obviously, this red can't snooker. You can't. Yeah, I can check. No problem.
Yeah, just asking if he can check it. It's absolutely fine. But just a point, the two reds that are obscuring the end one, if they are taken away, then he has the width of a full ball to aim at, and that's the key to this. Terrific work this by Marcel. Just taking that away, there you go. He would be able to hit the end red full ball if the others weren't there.
Yes, you can hit that central full ball contact.
In some ways it's quite a harsh rule because you can't physically hit a red, i.e. a ball on, full ball, not physically, but the width of target is full ball in terms of width of target.
It's literally a head scratcher for Xiao, but the fact is he's got to hit a red.
Say this again. If I have to call a miss this time, you're going to lose the frame because central full ball contact is available, and the third failure will result in the frame being awarded to your opponent.
You see, the difficulty in it, the red that he can hit full ball, he has no control over it because he can't, as I say, I keep repeating, but he can't physically hit it full ball, but the target is wide enough to be able to. It's a real tricky rule, but it is correct.
Yeah, it's not a nice situation, this. There's reds out in the open as well. He could easily leave one on so early in the night. Well, he just sort of made sure, didn't he? But as I say, the problem is leaving a chance. saw a similar situation, a final in China about 5 years ago. Tepchara knew it was a similar thing where he couldn't actually see the full ball fall, if that makes any sense. But actually, he didn't make contact. He lost the frame against Judd Trump.
One.
Williams riding high, heading towards 6-0 since then. Hasn't even made a 30 break in this match, so he's had a couple of hours to collect his thoughts. Of course, he's got so much experience playing in these big finals.
4.
Just a question of resetting. But in the back of his mind, he must have felt, I could basically have got the match won pretty much this afternoon.
Six.
It seems
The plant is no problem potting it, but he doesn't have an awful lot of room. Yeah, when in doubt, bail out, get back to almost the sanctuary of bulk. And having sprung the black into play, one good positional shot.
$11.
That's a fabulous shot. Playing for choice of brown-green. And the fact that he's got the half-ball green, he can almost pick his spot. I wonder if he'll play 3 cushions for the red right of the black. The one just to the right of the black spot. And he's decided to play 2. It's got to cease, though. He's perfect. Brilliant shot.
14.
matches. Williams 5-4, but he would have been the one glad of the... To say he's had a couple of hours to get out of there and
22.
recompose himself for the evening ahead.
$23. $30. $31. $38. $39.
This is an awkward one for a lefty. Just one roll out the cue ball. No problem with position. Got to get the pot. Should be fine.
$46. $47.
So that business with the full ball contact was quite significant in the end. Of course, had he not hit a red next shot, he would have lost the frame automatically, but the fact he left one on could potentially anyway. Certainly looks that way, and Williams finding some fluency after
54.
losing those last 4 frames without really getting much of a look in after frame 6.
55.
Audience applauding frame ball. He's not on the next red ideally. He'd like to pot it because it stops
62.
the, potential for playing on for snookers. So just focus here on the pot, and it's surely going to be 6-4 for sure.
$63.
Xiao Guodong appeared a little confused by what happened earlier, but the rule was correctly applied. He was in a difficult spot, actually. And when he left the chance, Williams was ready to take it.
$67. $68.
It's a typically classy start from the great champion.
75.
And coming out, well, for most people, would be
76.
under massive pressure, but this fella kind of rolls a wee bit different from others, doesn't he? Terrific start, just to show Xiao Guodong and everyone in the auditorium that, all right, a wee bit of
83.
a upset the apple cart at the second half of this afternoon, but water off a duck's back to a great man. This has been superb.
84.
Of course, the foul, the 3 strikes and you're out rule with Xiao Guodong. It's not Mark's problem. typically cool,
91.
collected. Let's hope he completes the century.
Top. 92.
Well, in his first 3 appearances in the Champion of Champions, he only made 1 century. Remember, he'd never won a match before this year.
99.
This, though, will be for his 4th of this year's event.
100.
And a very timely one for Mark Williams, because he was so close to leading 6-0 with the potential to get this final one very comfortably. He was put under it through Xiao Guodong's comeback, but he's responded in the first frame of the night.
104.
Trick shot. Well, it's going to be a foul if he jumps it. Can't do that in snooker. But 104 from Mark Williams. After he had Xiao Guodong in that trouble earlier. So he stops the rot to lead 6-4. Dramatic battle for that lovely Champion of Champions trophy continues. We're underway in the evening session. Mark Williams has made his first century of the day. Of course, Xiao Guodong had 2 back end of the afternoon session. 6-4, first to 10, to become the latest name engraved on that trophy. And they're all big hitters, aren't they? I mean, Ronnie O'Sullivan, of course, 4 times. Neil Robertson a couple of times. Judd Trump's on there. Mark Allen, John Higgins, Sean Murphy.
It's nice, actually, isn't it? You know, he's getting encouragement from the crowd. Yeah, it really has charmed the crowds coming here to Bolton. You know, just the way that he's come through the draw against the all-time greats of the game. It's brilliant to see that, you know, so far from home, and he's getting this kind of support. Brilliant. And that all helps. Yeah, a lot of them will come this week and wouldn't know an awful lot about Xiao Guodong. He's a fabulous player. He's also a charming guy off the table as well.
Six. Seven.
Oh, wow. It just kept going, didn't it? For 99% of the journey, it looked to be perfect and get the black on the spot, but no cause for alarm. Can do that. Well, will the pink go on the black spot, perhaps?
$13. $14.
There's a kind of feeling in the air that it's meant to be, isn't there, for Xiao Guodong, but sport doesn't always respect sentiment. I remember our own Ken Doherty, back at the World Championship 2003, kept making extraordinary comebacks against various players, including Paul Hunter, of course, from 15-9 down in the semis, and did so again in the final from a long way behind. But who was it who beat him? Mark Williams. End of fairy tale.
$20. 26.
Yeah, taking this red in part because it sort of clears the pink spot area for later. Yeah, a wee bit of a quick one, that. It appears at least to have gotten away with it. But if he could get through, which we have to assume he could comfortably, it's quite a bad miss.
One.
Yeah, good pick out, just about on the brown, but, well, it looks on screen like not too bad, but it's wafer thin, the cutback. Good news, I suppose, if he's going to play, it's a natural angle to get a holding cannon on. Cluster of reds down there. Perhaps not, the natural is a wee bit thinner. So the cue ball might be going 3 cushions for the loose one on the right wing of the pack of reds. Yeah, well played.
5. Six. Eight.
Oh, where's the red? Where's the red? Oh, wow, wow. What a piece of good fortune that could turn out to be.
Oh, dear me. Well, remember last night, frame 3, last red he fluked out of a snooker. This feels even bigger because he was opening the reds up there. He was on his way back to his seat. Was it going to reach? Yes was the answer. Tournament rest pot success. He not missed, but he did miss. He just went in another pocket.
15.
Huge moment, potentially.
Yeah, for all the skills these guys possess, now and again a fluke comes up and it feels...
$35. $42. 43.
Yeah, so if these next two open reds, one black and one blue would suffice to not need the difficult one.
48. $49.
It's gone a wee bit awkward now. Let's see, can he just hold dead weight for the blue?
56.
The blue would be good enough.
$57.
Xiao Guodong, of course, was in. He missed red to middle. It appeared Williams had missed a red with the rest. It went in another pocket. And he's carried on to open up a 36-point lead with 35
62.
on. So one snooker needed, otherwise it's 7-4.
Mark Williams,
So it's
62.
been a difficult start to the night for Xiao. The incident in the first frame with the full ball, contact, the fluke there. He needs a snooker. He's already made one great recovery today. He may need to make another, but he's been doing it all week, hasn't he?
One.
What a piece of ball striking that was. Blue would have been good enough to just still need the one foul. So providing he knocks this black in, there's still potential to get back in this frame. They're a lovely line actually, aren't they, the five colours?
8.
The kind of centre of the table, and well, you would expect at the very least he'll get close to a nice snooker here and behind green.
Xiao Guodong, 8.
Yeah, now this shot he's going to try and play in behind green's one of the most difficult shots for a professional snooker player. It's such a tough. Yeah, now this shot he's going to try and play in behind green's one of the most difficult shots for a professional snooker player. It's such a tough shot that to control the cue ball properly. This has got potential behind green. Mark's so clever. You see, you think, you know, the chief snookering ball would be the green. So, you know, most people would think, you know, don't put the yellow near it, that's dangerous. Actually, it's the opposite. If you put the yellow up near there, then Xiao doesn't have any control over the cue ball like that one a couple of shots ago. So smart, Mark. Understanding some of those small nuances of snooker are so important at stages like this. He could be forgiven, actually, Xiao Guodong, for feeling that things are conspiring against him so far this evening. Every time he comes to the table, he's got something awkward to deal with. You know, the fluke, we know, and the previous frame, not much to be enthused about so far. Long evening ahead, though.
Yeah, what he's shown us all week is that he doesn't do things the easy way. But this frame has surely gone if Mark Williams can now pot this yellow. Can he keep his 100% record in this tournament with the rest intact? Well, Kyron Wilson might have a new rival with that piece of equipment. Of course, he beat Wilson in a memorable group final the other night. 2 snookers, though, so you feel Xiao will play on, but just a bit of breathing space for Williams. But then you start to think, well, if I pot green and brown, is it worth it? Pink's not in a good spot. Black out in the middle of the table, not great. So probably keep them on. Well, he's in one himself here, so this is no fun, really, needing 2. And having missed the green, you suspect a concession is coming. He's going to hit the black as well.
Foul. Mark Williams, 7. Frank
It's amazing, isn't it? All the things that have happened to him, you almost feel they wouldn't have done had they just carried on this afternoon when he was on top. But these long matches, they ebb and flow, and this is flowing in Mark Williams' direction. He leads 7-4. Xiao Guodong just keeping himself calm.
Seats, please.
It's been a week of comebacks for him. Has he got one more in him? 7-4. Mark Williams leads. He needs 3 more.
Mark Williams to break.
Victory here tonight.
Oh, there's something positive for Xiao. And this is going to be tricky. Not only to hit a red, but keep it safe. The way the loose reds are configured. Yeah, actually not that difficult really to hit one, but see, almost from any line the cue ball comes towards the reds is bound to leave one. Yeah, problem is that, you know, there's probably 3, 4, maybe even 5 different ways of going, no problem to hit one. He's trying to work out what gives me the best percentage of not leaving the red.
Over 2 minutes on this. Here we go. Or do we?
Foul in the miss. Xiao Guodong for.
Amazing. Just managed to avoid them.
Yeah.
Back we go.
The line he's playing is really clever because he actually, I think more often than not on this line, he would get it safe. Maybe, I don't know, I'm guessing get it safe about 7 out of 10, something like that.
Across a bit? No problem. Yeah.
Slight injection of more pace. Genius. Absolute genius, that is. Brilliant shot, because that's exactly where he was trying to lead the cue ball. What a
Touching
shot.
ball. It is touching ball.
How to turn the tables, Mark Williams style. Those last couple of shots were outstanding. That little flick on the green has put Mark in another nasty spot.
Foul in the miss. Xiao Guodong 4. Yep.
Got very close to it, didn't he? But no contact made. Nod of the head from Williams. Just a very slight correction needed. Only slight, though.
1.
Yeah, good initial read that. Just keeps on coming back for more. Xiao Guodong, doesn't he? You're looking at a player that
8.
in the last 9 tournaments last season won 3 matches. How can that be?
9.
Just didn't get his cue ball into the open there, so gonna recover this. The holding can. Yeah, nicely done.
It does seem
16.
at every point during the tournament, when he's been at his lowest ebb in a match, that's when he's come good. I mean, we saw it this afternoon in that 6th frame.
Seventeen. $22. $23. $30. $31.
That's a brilliant shot. It's one of his strengths, isn't it? When he's playing that kind of straight one and having to go right through the
38.
cue ball, cue speed that he generates. Get that cue ball singing and dancing back out into the open. Well set now.
$39.
I mean, most players do these days. They're able to work the cue ball like that, but Xiao especially so.
All the great faces on the back wall there, the players who came here, 16 of them, one by one. The red light's gone on, it means they're out. Just 2 remain. It's been a really good week here. Some fascinating matches, close matches pretty much every night. This could yet be another one. If he can win this frame, then chance to trail to 7-6 at the last interval.
$46.
He's on the red. It started a bit of a trudge, didn't it? And then his pace quickened up as he came round the table, which told you he was on the pot.
47.
Yeah, I was the same, David. I thought, oh no, it's kind of going wrong, but He's going along in his merry way. I tell you what, he's played a real hard match frame, this one, isn't he? Just when he needed it as well. Okay, now, does the pink go to right
52.
corner? That would help him in terms of this next red. Wouldn't have anything to do with the cue ball, so it must be tight. Just coming round for a look. Looks okay there. See, he can't see the extreme edge of the pink from over there, but it looks fine. So providing he can just drop this red in, he should win the frame at this visit.
$53.
Yeah, the pink will go out of harm's way when potting this, so. Red black in addition for 75 with 75 on.
Oh no, please. Thanks, 59. $60. $67.
Yeah, so there it is, he's on the threshold, but that red's not all that nice a shot to play the way the scoreboard is. Of course, if he pots it, the frame's pretty much done. But there's still danger. But played it nicely. Yeah, well played. It's been a terrific visit, this. You know, after what's gone before in the last couple of frames, just to re-establish the belief that he's still right in this final, and he is.
Yeah.
Massive frame coming up next then. Last before the, as David said, the mid-session.
3 Snookers needed here. Xiao looking to push the black safe.
Guodong 68. frame conceded.
Well, he
Xiao
snookered,
Guodong
so he
has the frame.
conceded the frame. It feels like Xiao Guodong has been the star of this tournament. Time will tell as to whether he's the winner of this tournament, but he's still in there fighting, trailing just 7-5.
Okay,
Big
so
frame, isn't it?
frame
7-5. If Xiao Guodong could
Xiao Guodong's
cut
a
the
break.
deficit to 1, then it really does set up a thrilling climax to this final. Williams looking to pull away and make it 8-5. He's got the cover with the brown, much to his relief.
Foul enemies. Xiao Guodong 4.
Truth is, of course, every frame is important, clearly, but the way these matches are configured, the mini sessions with the interval coming up, these always feel, the ones just before the break, significant. As I say, if they'd have the way these matches are configured, the mini sessions with the interval coming up, these always feel, the ones just before the break, significant. As I say, if they'd have stayed out there, with Xiao coming back, he would have fancied, you know, going in front in this match, having won 4 on the spin.
Yeah, drop of the head by Xiao. Half chance here for Mark. Nothing to do with the cue ball to access the pink to left middle if he wants it.
Right.
Yeah, Mark was a good friend of his. He went down to see him where he lived. Really very difficult to rattle. Knows all the moves at the right time.
32. 33. $39. $40.
Oh, just a hint shy of pace. So it's going to be a mid-range red to continue. You'd probably favour the one on the left wing.
$45.
No, not close. Not close. You look for significant moments. That could be another one. It stopped him in his tracks. How significant, though, can Xiao Guodong make it? Just didn't threaten, really, did it? Just because he always looks laid back doesn't mean he doesn't feel a few nerves inside.
1. $8.
Oh, that's a bad miss. That is a bad miss. Mark Williams was out his chair like a greyhound out a trap there. Surely he's going to put this away for a 3-frame cushion.
1.
You would certainly think so. Enough open reds to go out already. A healthy lead in the frame. Xiao Guodong all through this tournament has made a habit of coming back from unlikely positions, and it looks like he's going to have to do it one last time.
8.
If it is 8-5, he'll have to win 5 of the last 6 frames to win the tournament. As for Mark Williams, it's 30 years to the month since he won his first professional title, the qualifying event for the Masters, when he was just 19. He would not have believed then that if you fast forward 30 years, he'd be in another big, big final, still at the top of the game. What I like about Mark is he does everything his own way. You know, he was at the bingo this week, wasn't he? It's not the sort of fashionable thing to be doing.
15.
Who cares? He enjoys it. He enjoys his life. He enjoys his snooker. He'll enjoy winning this tonight if he can close it out.
16. $21. $22.
$55 in front, so we'll still need one more red. Big chance for Xiao. He didn't make much of a dent in the Williams lead, did he? But as I say, you know, all through the tournament, he's come back.
26.
He's not beyond him. But Williams needs this red, and it looks like 8-5, which is a great lead.
27.
At the Northern Ireland
32.
Open final a few weeks ago, Karen Wilson beat Judd Trump afterwards, said, we can't rely on the class of 92 forever. And of course, he's quite right. But forever's a long time, isn't it? And they're not done yet. Certainly Mark Williams isn't. We saw John Higgins in the British Open final here on ITV. I'm sure we'll see Ronnie O'Sullivan come good at some point this season as well. Remarkable players from a golden generation, still doing remarkable things. Look at this shot.
37.
Look at this shot.
.38.
What a shot
45.
it was. I actually got chills there. Not going to lie. What a shot. What a player.
46. .53.
Yeah, and the other problem Xiao Guodong has got is Mark Williams will not be sort of internally writing his winner's speech yet because he's been around too long for that. He's taking each frame as it comes. Has that man there in that seat got a final twist for us? Remember, he was 3-0 down to Ronnie O'Sullivan in his first match, hadn't potted a ball.
58.
Nowhere near this position at that time. You couldn't have believed he'd be in the final. So it's still in him, but he's going to have to bring it out immediately after the interval, you feel. Keep Williams on 8 as long as he can.
62. .67.
We're guaranteed a new winner of the Champion of Champions. It could be a very familiar face,
73.
though. Mark Williams still entertaining us 3 decades on. Xiao had the Mark Williams, though, having broken down initially, grabbed the second opportunity with both hands. He clears it with 80. He's 2 away from the title, leading Xiao
week of
Guodong.
top-flight snooker here in Bolton, and we're now into our final few frames with Mark Williams leading Xiao Guodong 8-5. Ken Doherty has joined Phil Yates in the commentary box to take us through to the conclusion of the Champion of Champions.
Thank you, Jill. Yeah, Mark Williams in a very powerful, prominent position. But this is not a done deal. Xiao has to win 5 of the last 6 frames. Tall order, of course. Impossible? No.
No, definitely not. And particularly what this man has been through this week against Ronnie O'Sullivan, Mark Selby, Mark Allen. Played some superb stuff. He hasn't reached the heights so far this evening. He did this afternoon when he came back from 5-0 down. I wouldn't put it past him. But he needs to start very quickly and start scoring. This man was playing fantastic snooker. Safety has been excellent throughout this final. And there's another wonderful example of it. And he hasn't been getting much running. Another example, you know, another day, that red it would have gone up the table and he wouldn't have left Mark Williams a shot. He's looked very sharp, Mark Williams, I must say. His cue ball has been excellent. Well, he's got to find a good one here to try and get on his next red. A little bit unfortunate there. That red came down from the pack just to block the path of the red just to the right of the black spot into this right corner pocket. He does have a red up into the yellow pocket, just off straight.
Yes, and when it comes to those recovery reds to a distant ball pocket, he's excellent. He's already knocked in a shot very similar to this in this session. All depends what the positional value is, of course.
Yeah, he's just having a look around. What colour does he play for? Does he play for the pink? Does he go up for the green? There's a red into the right centre now he's looking for. No, not this time.
Mark Williams, 5.
He's such a clever player, though. He plays that shot, knowing full well he's on the pink, but if he misses the red, he's not leaving anything.
And that was a misjudgment. With Williams, don't get the misguided impression that he's always firm in the crunch when he's got a big lead in finals. Most of the time he is, but not always.
Good pot, but he's not on the pink, as we can see. Don't think the green is cuttable into that right centre pocket. So just a safety shot next. Got to try and hide the right-hand side of the pack as we look. That's what he's just using, the maybe blue and brown here. Much more difficult down the left-hand side to get the cue ball back to safety. Imperative he hides that right-hand side. And that's what he's tried to do, but with the pink this time. But he may have left a possibility of a gap here. Red into the corner. There is a gap. Cue ball back to bulk. Shot to nothing.
up off the shot straight away. Xiao knew he caught the red too thick, hence the collision with the blue.
It is red a possibility. Normally very proficient with the rest. Cue ball has gone in as he left the red though.
Xiao Guodong.
As he left the red. No, he hasn't. Green and yellow blocking that pocket.
It was high tariff, but that's the first ball he's missed with the rest all tournament. The first in 32 attempts. Of course, he did fluke one earlier, but that counted as a successful pot. A lucky one, but successful nevertheless. That one, most certainly not successful.
Well, he could be in a lot of trouble here, Mark Williams. Guodong. Plays this shot right. He's just got to be careful. It doesn't actually go in off here, but get that cue ball right behind the green. And that's pretty good. He's just got to be careful he doesn't miss the red on the way across and hit it from the back. Oh, hold on. Where's the red going? Where's it going? Oh. Calm down, everybody. It's getting exciting out there, Phil. Nearly another fluke, and that would have been, well, very telling indeed. Now, what can Guodong fabricate from this chance?
Thanks. One.
He's got to be careful here. A lot of bottom right-hand side on the cue ball. He's got to swing it. Miss that middle pocket. And down for the reds into the right corner pocket. It's pretty good.
4.
When he achieved that career breakthrough at the Wuhan Open, Xiao defeated Xiao, his fellow countryman, in the final 10-7. But on the way there, he beat 2 world champions, Karen Wilson and Shaun Murphy. If he prevails here tonight, he would have beaten 3 world champions in 4 matches.
11.
And there's one of them.
Yeah, the way he played this week, I mean, he's climbed many mountains. I mean, sensational comeback against Ronnie O'Sullivan, 3-0 down. Hadn't potted a ball. 1-4-3, 4-1 down to Selby. Came back and then, of course, dispatched Mark Allen in the semi-finals. And even the comeback this afternoon, from 5-0 down, 55 behind, it just shows you his temperament. It's unquestionable.
12.
So it's well within him. Once again, not the best angle on the black for the two reds around the pink spot. Could try and hold for the red right of the pink, but wouldn't be guaranteed to be on a colour after that red. He's going to play this with a lot of pace, screwing into the other two reds. He's not guaranteed. And always when you're going into other reds, when you're playing a pot, don't take your eye off the pot. Needs a bit of luck here. Needs a bit of luck. Oh, it's not too bad.
20.
What a pressure ball, though. What a pressure ball.
Yeah, a lot at stake on this pot. Needs it to go in. Oh, yeah, the pressure.
Xiao Guodong,
And he hasn't
20.
got away with it. So much at stake there for Xiao Guodong.
It wasn't a bad try, just not quite accurate enough.
One. Free. Four.
When he's looked a little vulnerable today, it's when he's been playing by and large with pace, when he's floating them around like this. He seems pretty masterful.
10.
He's very measured. He's trying to control himself, the cue ball, the game in general.
11.
Yeah, I mean, it's always been a wonderful feature of Mark Williams' game. He just floats the ball in, just trusts his cue action. Very rarely hits the ball hard, just floats them in. Just got a wonderful touch,
17.
control of that cue ball.
The two reds close together might well pose a problem, and even the red up close to the middle pocket, not as easy as you might imagine.
Thanks. 18.
Yeah, and I'll be already going through his mind now
24.
about how he's going to break up those two reds that are close together. My left-hand side cushion.
25.
How is he going to attack them?
$31.
A little grimace, not the best angle on the red.
Mike Williams, 31.
Doesn't matter whether you're a novice or a multiple world champion. Sometimes you can be so consumed with position, you forget to pot one.
Yeah, and that was exactly what was in his mind about getting good position on the pink to break up those reds. Just forgot about the pot. He hasn't left it. He's got to be careful here, Guodong. If he leaves the cue ball in the bulk area, he doesn't want to leave a possible pot on the red that's close to that right-hand side pocket. I think he'd judge that pretty good.
One.
It's a funny old game. His next pot, 10 times harder, and it goes in.
One. Mike Williams, 1.
Well, a bit of tension from both players. Wasn't easy to pink. You expected him to get it. Now, if he pots the red, he can leave a nice angle on the pink here to disturb the other two reds.
1.
Yeah. Now, what a shot. Lots of bottom on the cue ball, lots of right-hand side. Widen the angle off the top cushion into those two reds. Got to hit the back of them. Oh, half ball. Good attempt, but wrong connection.
7.
One of the scrappiest frames of the entire final, and it's so important.
Xiao Guodong, 7.
Two reds left, two different colours providing cover.
Okay. If ever he needed a good pot, was now. Red up into the green pocket or into the middle. Yeah.
1.
Position. Not perfect. Could have played that pot a little bit better. I didn't get enough side spin on the cue ball just to come off that ball cushion and get closer to the black or pink. careful of the middle pocket. He's okay. He's going to leave himself, well, medium distance red, but if it goes in, he'll be on the black or pink, and a wonderful chance to steal the frame.
A few times today he's had shots like this and overcut them into this particular pocket.
Nine.
Not there, equal to the task, and now he's favourite to pull one back.
Yeah, and how well did he strike that? Great authority, conviction, confidence, no hesitation. Nothing wrong with his temperament. 11 points ahead. Yellow, green, brown required. Just a glance at the scoreboard.
It
gives him a chance if he can nail down these 3 or 4 colours and restore that little bit of belief for sure that he can do this.
21.
The blue to make absolutely sure. Xiao Guodong will not go away.
$36.
He's tenacious, he's stubborn, resilient, and now
he's only 8-6 behind. Through this champion of champions, but the chief headline is yet to be written. Can Mark Williams, at the age of 49, claim yet another major title, or will Xiao Guodong continue what's been a rise from middle ranks to stardom?
Yeah, wonderful safety shot. Great length, but he has left the red, but certainly far from easy. In fact, Mark is going to turn it down. The one that's closest to the corner pocket. Yeah, just playing it containing safety. I just love the way he's sort of dug in, Phil. You know, 5-0 down, we talked about 55 behind. You know, it would have been easy to sort of say, okay, it's not my day, you know, and Mark Williams was just dominating that first session. But he just stuck in with it, you know, he just kept believing, hanging on to Mark Williams' coattails, and now he's still there, still hanging on. And well within reach.
Yeah, it's crystal clear that winning in Wuhan has given him an insatiable hunger for more silverware.
Yeah, I think it's also given him, you know, great belief in himself. Been knocking on the door, you know, 17 years of professional. Enjoying really vein of form over this last few weeks. He's okay. Red went by the middle pocket, hasn't left anything on. Well, I'll say that. Mark Williams, a possibility of a double. I'm not quite sure whether he'll have a look at that. No.
The rewards are massive. £150,000 first prize. And of course, you become the first player, should you win this, to be invited back to the tournament next year. One of the toughest events to qualify for.
Yeah, Mark turns down the putt into the left corner. There is a big target. If he plays a safety shot, back up behind brown and yellow. Oh, this looks good. This looks very good. Have a look at that for a shot. Okay. Possibly trying to get in behind the brown as opposed to behind the yellow, but just the direction of the shot and the beautiful pace as well. Fans have been terrific in Bolton, and again tonight, loving every minute of it. Wonderful reception, ovation for both players as they came in tonight. And I'm sure, Phil, even, you know, this afternoon at 5-0, a lot of these fans tonight didn't think they'd have a match, or very little of one, but they've been treated to a wonderful snooker. And once again, cue ball back up behind, but he's got to be careful of that red over the left corner. He's got to hide that. Has he got the pace this time? Looks a bit short. But he's got the cover.
8 minutes into this frame, a ball yet to be potted. Underlining the intensity out there, the understandable intensity.
Once again, got to be careful, make sure he covers this red. Using the blue this time. Anxious look from both players. I don't think he's got the cover this time.
It's fine.
But what a extremely difficult shot to take on.
One.
Good pot, needs to slow down. Oh. Too hard. Puff for the cheeks.
Yeah, although he potted the red, he didn't quite hit it full enough.
Big ball. Guodong 1.
A few months ago, Ken, you and I were there when Mark Williams suffered that huge disappointment, losing in the final of the Saudi Arabia Snooker Masters, having been a ball or two away from glory. Is it going to be disappointment or delight tonight?
Yeah, it's not straightforward. This can't roll into the back of the pack from where he is because he'd be leaving a red into the left corner. Shot time almost 1.5 minutes. Could play into the pack from the left-hand side. And play off the right-hand side cushion and try and nestle into the middle of the reds. I'm not sure what to do here. I mean, if he plays off the right-hand side cushion, nestles right into the middle of the bunch, I don't think he can leave a red on. What has he spotted? Is he gonna play this pot into the left center? Wow, this is tough. No, just playing a safety shot. But has he left a plant? Possible plant into this right corner pocket. He banged his cue. disappointment. I think he's made a mistake there. Looks on from that angle. Let's have another look. Is that red just in the way? Looks like it's touching. Or is that red? Can it go through the gap? I think there may be room through the gap here for this red. Let's have a look at it. Yeah, there might be enough room in. Off the right-hand side of the pocket. Yeah, no problem. Right in the middle.
One.
Oh, what a mistake from Guodong.
He knew. He was horrified. So important now that Williams, with this
8.
clear-cut chance, capitalises.
9.
Oh, I bet Mark Williams couldn't believe his luck there. I mean, he's
16.
had to fight tooth and nail for a lot of his chances to win frames in this match, but well, he was gifted one there. Could be very costly
17.
for Xiao Guodong.
$24. $25.
He said last night after beating Neil Robertson he doesn't really feel pressure. He is a relaxed character. But surely the blood will be pumping now, the adrenaline flowing.
$30. $31.
Just caught that red slightly too thin, even though he potted it. That's why the cue ball has travelled on a few more inches than he wanted.
$36. $37.
I think it's got enough angle on this black. And we might go back to have a look at those two reds as a plant as well. But if not, it's got a nice angle on the black. Lots of top spin into the pack. Well, it's okay. It's all right. I only brought one into play. It's not too bad.
44.
But he's going to need to go into that pack of 6 reds to win the frame from this position.
$45.
Yeah, just a little bit short of pace for the blue. Much more of an acute angle on the blue to go into the reds. Just got to dig into the cue ball here. Oh, looks pretty good. It looks very good. Played that wonderfully well.
50. $51. HDMI.
The highlight of his semi-final win against Robertson was a superbly crafted 1-3-2 total clearance. And given the context,
58.
This has been very well crafted as well.
59. $66.
Just this red required. And then it goes.
67.
A quick glance at the score. 9-6 beckons, but he wants to continue on. Keep going. Keep his opponent in the chair and try and finish with a nice big break here. We go back to that shot from Xiao Guodong.
71.
And what an error it was.
$72.
Just a little short-range dink, and it was a disastrous dink.
$79. $80. $87.
He's shown this great character over the years, Mark Williams, being at the top of the game now for, well over 30 years. He's just totally unflappable, no matter what's thrown at him. And everything is being thrown at him today, particularly when he was 5-0 up. When he just wipes the slate clean, doesn't carry any bad shots with him, and keeps going.
Mark Williams, 95.
No century, but Mark Williams is keeping Xiao Guodong at arm's length. And now he's got one hand on the trophy.
Literally up in lights. Will it be engraved on that trophy?
Frame 16. Mark Williams to break.
You know, Ken, when we convene at the Tour Championship in Manchester in early April next year, Mark Williams will have the chance to supersede the late, great Ray Reardon as the oldest winner of a world ranking event. He's evergreen. He's extraordinary. But here, there's unfinished business.
Well, almost fluked it. I think he can swerve around that slightly. I'm sure he's on that. He's not looking at it. Well, I'm sure he can. It's a slight swerve, if anything. Definitely, yeah, just a slight little swerve. Doesn't want to overdo it. He did.
I think the hesitation there from Williams told us he never really fancied that.
One.
Well, that's unlucky. Tried to use all his cue power there just to get the cue ball out. With the red followed it. Have a look at this. Look at.
One.
I think he might be snookered. Particularly on the blue, he wants to leave the cue ball in the ball. He's on the black, of course, but that's no good to him.
Yellow ball.
So he's going to play the yellow. He's going to play it off one or two cushions. Just try and make a connection on it. No, it's not too bad.
Guodong one.
He's unlucky there.
One.
Well, that wasn't a fluke. And that was played. Came down, had a look at the angle.
Free. Four.
That little cannon on the red didn't go as planned. Need a fuller contact for the pink into the left centre. It's bridging over the red. It's just a little bit more awkward than he would have liked. Oh, what a shot. What a shot at that pace.
Into a pocket that's caused so many problems for so many people all week.
Ten.
Yeah, and just have a look. He comes down, has a look at the angle. And there you see it. Beautifully dispatched.
Mark Williams, 10.
More class.
Lovely return of safety. Duly acknowledged from Xiao Guodong in a nice sporting manner. to hide any reds from him at the moment.
And another shot played with a little jeopardy. Look where the cue ball is in relation to the brown. He wouldn't have left the red, and now Xiao is locked down in all sorts of issues.
I don't think it's too bad. The red just to the left of the pink, 2 from the pink on the left-hand side. If he nesses onto that, it should be okay. Well, he's just gone by it. He might have left the red into the middle. He's hit the wrong red there. And that's another mistake. Has he got a red through the gap into the right corner pocket? Yeah, that red is available as well, and the pink to follow. So he's got 2 reds here.
One.
A red through the gap led to a 95 break in the previous frame. If he does that again, it's lights out.
Yeah, it doesn't have the desired angle on the blue, so it may be pink. Pink's available into the bottom right corner pocket. Got to play a delicate little cannon on those 2 reds just to the left of it. And he's played it lovely. Beautiful shot. Red in the middle. Chance now for frame.
7.
Match and the championship.
8.
Ken, it doesn't matter how many finals you've seen or, in your case, been involved in. When you get to this stage, there's always butterflies.
Oh yeah, without a shadow of a doubt. His heart will be racing that a little bit quicker, but it's a nice feeling. And now he's just won away. He's in the balls. He's doing this all week. He's been doing it his whole career, but it's a wonderful feeling.
22.
The adrenaline racing around the body. This time, well, just under hit that cue ball. Wanted to be straighter on the pink. I just wonder, will he try and go in and out of balk over the brown spot? Or is he going to just play it off one cushion and leave a red mid-distant? Just dropping the pink in.
So he's paid it forward, if you like. This is very missable.
I have no faith. What calmness.
30.
Yeah, that's what I was saying earlier. You know, he leaves himself these difficult pots, but just floats them
35.
in. There's such confidence in his cue action ability. He plays shots
36.
like, well, not many other players on the tour. He just has his own unique style of playing, and it's so effective. One of the true greats of the game. Still
43.
at the tender age of 50 at the top. Amazing.
44.
So close now. But after what happened in Riyadh, you won't be counting any chickens. Mathematically, that was tournament ball. One more, though, to make absolutely sure.
52.
You know, in 2017, he dropped out of the top 16. Many thought his career was in irreversible decline. They were totally wrong. Kenny's a snooker marvel.
Yeah, without doubt, Phil.
59.
And I know he's always been very self-deprecating, but he is one of the true greats of the
60.
game. Yeah, he is a genius. You were dead right. And he's shown great qualities again today. Not only today, but all week.
67.
Beating Karen Wilson, Neil Robertson, and a man in form, Xiao Guodong.
Don't worry, Mark. The job is done. Xiao Guodong contributed so much to this champion of champions. For the man who emerges with the silverware for the 36th time in his career is Mark Williams. He's the 6th world champion to win this prestigious event. Ronnie O'Sullivan, Neil Robertson, John Higgins, Sean Murphy, Judd Trump, and now joining the pantheon of greats at the Champion of Champions, it is Mark Williams. Let's go down to Rob Walker on the floor.
Ladies and gentlemen, before the interviews, may we have one more round of applause for our two first-time Champion of Champion finalists. Xiao, commiserations. It wasn't meant to be the title, but you have had an incredible week. 3-0 down against O'Sullivan, 3-0 down against Selby, and you turned those around, and you knocked out the defending champion, Mark Allen, en route to this final. It has been a great week overall.
Thank you. First, I'm very happy to this crown, very nice, and happy to people to come to watch. And I have also thanks the Chinese fans on the night time to watch me. Thanks all. And if I play Legend, I think I learn a lot. Yeah, I'm happy to play next time. And I want Ronnie and John and Mark play 10, 20 years, yeah, more.
He's not too sure about that.
Yeah.
But Xiao, Ken Doherty said earlier on today that you're proving to be an inspiration for other players who haven't yet found their top form, because you've done this the hard way. You've been in Great Britain for nearly 20 years, and here you are in a Champion of Champions final in a season where you've won your first ranking title. It's really beginning to come together for you.
Yes, it's so hard for me. Like Mark, maybe he only played like 1 or 2 years professional, he get champion. But now, I 20 years to get champion. For me, it's too long. But I'm so happy to play Legends, and also the one table is much different. The one table to play top 16 player is like more concentrate, more enjoy.
And that's the key, isn't it? You said you've been enjoying your snooker more, and you richly deserve all the success that's coming your way, and you'll be seeded for the first time at the UK Championships next weekend. It's all going in the right direction, isn't it?
Yes, so happy, yeah. Next time, maybe I play next year, I want to play the Master. I try to do my best in the UK.
Well, you have won a whole army of fans with your performance and your personality. Xiao Guodong, well done on making the final. 30 years you've been winning big titles, and you're so modest and so humble, and that's why it was so great to hear you saying yesterday, maybe I should give myself the odd pat on the back, maybe I am actually quite good. And Mark Williams, you are.
Thank you. Thank you, Mum. I can't believe it. I mean, I'm stood here just about to pick that trophy up. I can't believe it. I don't know how I'm doing it really, but I'm sticking in there. He's played great all week as well, so I knew even at 5-0, I didn't really do much wrong for him to come back to 5-4. You know, he just outplayed me for 4 frames, but the interval come perfect for me, because if it carried on, he probably was going to run away with it, but the interval came at a good time for me, and you know, I carried on tonight. I played well, made some good breaks, 2 good breaks in the last frame. What can I say? Just going to have a game of golf. Where's Stephen? Come on.
Do they mean more now that you are getting closer to the end of your career than they were when they came at the beginning?
Yeah, of course they do, 100%. I mean, it's another season. I picked up another trophy. I can't believe it. I don't know what to say, really. The crowd, it seems the older I'm getting, the more support I'm getting from the crowd. It's unbelievable. But I'm lost for words, really. I really am. I'm just over the moon.
And you just keep winning on ITV. There are 4 major tournaments, your last 4 big victories. British Open 21, British Open 23, and this year you've done the Tour Champs, Champ of Champs double. There's something about appearing on this channel that you seem to like.
Yeah, it's the one table setup. That's what we all want to play. You know, another ITV event, I don't think there's any left. I haven't won now, so I can, you know, just chill out and enjoy the rest of my career. I got nothing to prove to anyone anymore. I'm just going to enjoy it. You know, even if I lost today, I would have congratulated Xiao and say, well done. I'm just over the moon, can't believe it.
And we're over the moon to have witnessed another wonderful performance. And, you know, Alan McManus said, when we came on air with Jill Douglas at the start of the afternoon, you are without question one of the greatest sportsmen Great Britain has ever produced. Because it's not just what... Well, hang on. But no, wait, because it's not just what you do, it's how you do it, isn't it, ladies and gents? Because he's got an incredible personality. I hope you realise how much people love watching you.
I think you might be taking it a bit farther. I think our suit is talking there, Rob. But, no, like I said, I knew I was hitting the ball well. Me and Lee Walker, my coach, has been, you know, practicing at venues really hard, working on a couple of things. And we both knew I'm hitting it really well. And that's all I can really do. And if I can take that into the match table, then I can win anything.
It has been an absolute privilege watching you here once again. Mark Williams, ladies and gents, is the champion of champions.
Snooker fans, it is now time for the official trophy presentation of the Grosvenor Casino's Champion of Champions. Please welcome your presentation party, the Grosvenor Casino Director of Content Tom Orton and CEO of Matchroom Multisport Emily Fraser. Up first, we congratulate your runner-up and the winner of £60,000. Let's hear it for Xiao Guodong. And now we present to you your 2024 Grosvenor Casinos Champion of Champion, the winner of the trophy and £150,000, the Welsh potting machine, Mark Williams.
Well, wonderful scenes there. Mark celebrating with the family as he enjoys the moment there. He's made a lot of friends in this audience tonight. A fantastic performance all week from the vintage Mark Williams. He is our 2024 Champion of Champions, and when we come back after the break, we'll hear what the guys have got to say about that. We'll take a look at some of the best bits and, of course, reflect on a wonderful week here in Bolton.